This is Dawn Compton. I'm the pastor at Main Street United Methodist Church, and I am here today to bring you our weekly Wednesday Word. I know that there's still Hey, this is Dawn Compton, the pastor at Main Street United Methodist Church, and I'm here today to bring you our weekly Wednesday Word. Well, after the events of this weekend and just reflection on the division that's in our country, we've had a number of people in leadership in the United Methodist Church that have put out statements. Statements have come from the council and bishops, and different bishops have done individual statements. And so I just wanted to lift this up to make sure that the people of Main Street, the people of Bedford who are participating with us in these Wednesday Words, hear what Bishop Sue offers us. And she offered a quote from a civil rights leader named Bayard Rustin. And here's what Mr. Rustin said. If we desire a society of peace, then we cannot achieve such a society through violence. If we desire a society without discrimination, then we must not discriminate against anyone in the process of building this society. If we desire a society that is democratic, then democracy must become a means as well as an end. Friends, I just lift that up, that word from Bishop Sue in quoting Bayard Rustin, and just continue to encourage you to lift our country up in prayer as we are in such a divisive season, that we lift up all of those who were hurt and who are still, some that are still in the hospital struggling from what happened Saturday, but even all of those who were there and are emotionally struggling because of such a horrible thing that happened there. So just lift that up and know that I'm in prayer for our nation and for all of those that were involved in that, and I encourage you to do that as well. I encourage you to be a source of light, a source of love, a source of care and compassion out into the world. And I want to tell you what happened this week to me. I get home Monday night after our church council meeting here, and so by the time I get home, it's almost 9 o'clock. And Aaron had told me that I had 2 packages from Amazon there that I'd received, and I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't remember ordering 2 things. The best that I knew was there was a book that was still out that I had ordered. So I was like, well, I know at least one of the books, but maybe I'm just forgetting something. I do order lots of things through Amazon. I realize that. So I get home, and sure enough, one of them was a book that I was expecting. And the other package, I opened it, and it was in a nice box. And I was like, well, I don't recognize this. And I opened it up, and it is a really cool wooden, it looks kind of like a laying flat, like almost like a labyrinth. But then if you lift up the outer edge, and it's kind of like in the shape of an apple, you lift up the outer edge and turn it around, it becomes a little wooden basket that could hold fruit. I thought, well, that's really cool. And then there was a tray in there with all kinds of different dried fruit. And so I was like, well, this is really neat, but I didn't order this. So I look at the address that was on the package, outside the package, and it has my name on it. It has the correct address on it, and I look through the entire thing, and I see no return address. I see no card indicating who it was from. No indication at all as to who sent this. So I lift that up to say thank you to whoever sent that. I hope that you see this Wednesday word. I hope that you are one of the people that watches these. Thank you. And to let others know that I was really surprised by that and greatly appreciative that someone took the time to research something that they thought I might enjoy and that they wanted to share with me. And doing those kinds of acts for other people, surprising them with some things, just sharing love just for the sake of sharing love, can be really, really powerful and can make a difference in our community and in the world when we're able to do those kinds of things. So thank you to the person who did that, and know that I received it as an expression of your love and care, not just for me, but for God and how we share that love. And so thank you, and I will do my best to pass that forward, to do my part of sharing God's love as well. So wanted to lift up the real kind of call to action, or the things that we're looking at. As I announced Sunday, that we are getting very, very close to replacing or getting a facelift in the floors on the main floor, office floor of our church building. It's going to go into the offices. It's going to go into all the classrooms on either end of the building down the hallway. It's not coming into the sanctuary and the parquet flooring and then the narthex and parlor area, just in the educational part of the building. And so we need to help move some of the furniture and get some of that stuff organized so that the people who are doing the flooring don't have to do that. If we take care of all of the moving, then that's going to save us some money. And I don't know about you, but I'm all for trying to save money if we can. So we're going to have the first moving day, trying to get some things organized, on Tuesday, the 23rd at about 1 p.m. So I reached out to those who signed up on Sunday and said that they were willing to help, letting you know that that's the plan. If you weren't here on Sunday or weren't sure about signing up, but you can help, if you come here next Tuesday at 1, then we'll get going with all of that. If you can't come right at 1, but you can come later in the day, you can either call the church office or call or text me, and we'll let you know if we're still working, and if we are, how close, or if we have already scheduled and looked at a second day. This first day, next Tuesday, will be a day that we're getting things ready, moving stuff out of the way for the floors to be beginning to go down. And then once the floors start, we'll be moving things back into place and doing it so they could finish up with some of things. So there's going to be some multiple days that we're going to do some smaller moving kinds of things. So once they get started with the floors. So just want to lift that up to you. And encourage you, if you're available and are able to do that, to help us with moving the furniture around for that. So friends, I hope you are having a great week. I hope that you are struggling with how God is calling you to be salt and light in God's world. I hope that you are wrestling with what God needs you to do in this world. We are going to be continuing our I've been meaning to ask worship series this Sunday. And for me, this has really been challenging in looking at, okay, well, what do I need to do in reaching other people, in seeing where they are hurting, and in seeing, finding out where they're from and understanding their backgrounds, and then as well as trying to meet the needs of other people, which is what we're going to be doing this Sunday. So I encourage you to come. You can worship with us this Sunday in person at 10:30, or we can worship with you online. Have a great rest of the week. God bless.